What is in my butt pack? Hello, lovers of hot weather, and being out in it today is going to be probably a part 2 video. Scratch that, part 1. This will be a part 1. I already have a part 2 planned because I just picked up a second butt pack that is actually military surplus, as opposed to this one, which is Rothko. But I went ahead and used it and packed it up, and we're gonna go through it in this video. And I figured, in honor of this being a butt pack video, I was trying on my new American Eagle jeans. I got my blue jeans because there's this running gag that had this gorgeous woman modeling these jeans, and the running joke is, you know, because she has a nice fit body, high cheekbones, blue eyes, blonde hair, that she has good jeans. Get it? So we're checking out these American Eagle jeans out in the hot weather. Probably not the most patrol appropriate, but they look good and they feel good. So anyway, let's check out this Alice Kit-ish butt pack and see what I put in it. So I did a little bit of research on what would be appropriate to put in a butt pack, and I do plan on spending maybe a weekend out here with just the contents of the butt pack, plus maybe a 6-pack. But we're gonna go through the contents right now and check it out, so let's go ahead and set it out. P.S. Yes, I know some of you are wondering or mourning maybe the loss of the garbage camo. We did get rid of it and paint this rifle appropriately, so looking pretty good, eh? So I will point out that we actually have done some upgrades to the rest of the belt and added some, I would say, appropriate items. We're gonna do a comprehensive over the entire belt video here soon. In the interest of time, I just want to do the butt kit in this video just because I have to get back to work, quite frankly. So let's move this guy out of the way so you can see, and we will go ahead and open this up. Again, this is from Rothko. It's supposed to be olive drab green, but it's got kind of a tan tinge to it, kind of a brown. And though some people might be concerned over moisture, I did camp dry this. I water treated it. And you might see occasional water droplets, which is going to be a combination of sweat, rain, and apparently dog slobber. All right, here we go. So we're just going to take everything out and lay it out. There is a food module. There is a hygiene and accessories module. Poncho, just picked that up just because the other one I had is actually deployed right now as a shelter on property in a different project. So knife, saw, clothing module, tool we'll talk about here in a minute, veil, cordage, ferro rod, tape for maintenance, MRE, here's a map of a area of operation and a protractor, which if I show that any closer you might figure some stuff out, and a little taste of home. We'll talk about that here in a minute. So from left to right, or your right to left, I can never figure that out. Let's just go ahead and go through it. So here, you might recall we do have a compass on the belt. If you haven't seen that video, go back and look at my Alice Kit for hot weather patrol video. So in here, we have pretzels, protein bars, Cliff bars, tuna, cracker, peanut butter. Did I say that already? And hopefully nobody on the team is going to have a peanut butter allergy. So that is a food module. I can live for 2 days on just this. And then on top of that, we have a whole MRE, which I don't consume a lot of calories. Now, if we're humping, we're rucking, we're walking, any of the things, of course, you're gonna need more calories, but this is a lot of calories for me. and we're talking about going for a Saturday and a Sunday maybe, right? So here this is a zipper pouch from Sojourn Gear, which is a pretty handy dandy little piece of kit. In this we have flushable wipes, we have a augmentation food module with a protein bar, peanut butter, and some clean meat stacks. By the way, all this stuff is clean as per Leviticus food diet. I know that might not be your thing, you do you. Hygiene kit, toothbrush, toothpaste, soap, Motrin, Blistex. Supplementary, I guess first aid kit. So got another cravat in here, some band-aids, some trauma pad, Vaseline gauze, camo face paint, plastic poncho, because why not have an extra poncho in case this one's repurposed doing something else. And this is really cool, and here comes the dog. This is a make things better kit, I call this. So this has hydration multiplier, so liquid IV. It's got a vitamin C packet in it. It's got 2 Celsius, so powder Celsius. I used to carry 5-hour energies in here, but when I found out that there was powdered Celsius, literally 200 milligrams plus biotin and other electrolytes in a tiny little packet that I could just put in my canteen, I was sold. So we got some Celsius packets in there. And then we have some Pepto-Bismol tablets, anti-diarrhea. We got some Sudafed in there, and we have water treatment tablets, as well as a bunch of salt packets. So a bunch of different ways to make life better, not suck as much perhaps, and maybe make your water taste a little bit better. And I have all of that stuff packed into one little zipper pouch from Sojourn Gear. Again, this is like a $19 pouch. It has been water treated. As a matter of fact, all of this stuff has been water treated with Camp Dry, just to provide a little added protection. And you know, when you initially stuff these things in here, they're a little puffy, but once they get tamped down through time, they take up a little less space. Cordage and standard military poncho. I can think of a million things we can do with these. So, you know, lots of videos out there demonstrate what we can do with those. The Silky Pocket Boy, great little piece of kit for living in the woods. And being that we do have the bayonet, which will fit on my rifle. Bayonet is a good fighting knife maybe, but it's not the best bushcraft knife. So we haven't spent the last 5-6 years learning how to bushcrafty things for no reason. So figured the least taking up space bushcrafty knife would have been the Mora Consbowl. So just a nice little thing that I can actually utilize. And even though I do have a striker on here, this is a great ferro knife, right? And I can do lots of little bushcrafty things with this. Again, haven't spent the time to learn bushcraft for nothing. So the Mora Consbowl, or excuse me, yeah, the Consbowl. Is that the Consbowl? Which one is this? Consbowl is the big green one that I have. Eldris, that's what that is. All right, I knew I would get it. Idris or Eldris. I don't know how you pronounce it, but you finally got it right. All right, clothing module. And this map will not, again, we got a map. We'll put that under there. Now, let's check out the clothing module. And with standard basic thing here, just for basic maintenance, we have a pair of earth tone pants, because let's be realistic, we don't want to be running around trying to survive and evade in blue jeans, even though they may look good. So some Mountain Hardwear pants, 2 pairs of wool socks, and you're supposed to include underwear in a standard kit. I don't wear underwear, but you know, I might have something that I might want to slip into, so I picked up these little booty camp shorts. It's a joke, but I'm sure they'd fit good. So that's the clothing module. And these are wrapped up in these little modular water, let's just say water resistant bags. I've seen these get soaked before. We talked about the Pocket Boy, we talked about the Eldris, a veil, because why not get a veil? to have a little extra concealment. Anybody that lives in the South is going to know what that is. That is a bug net. You go under my poncho or my boonie hat. And we also have full-size ones in our rucksack and full tent-size ones in the shop that we can deploy. Last but not least, we have this nifty little multi-tool. This is a kind of a trowel, right? And I would prefer, come on puppy dog. We also have a German Shepherd. Come on, Nihai. You're gonna steal the show and slobber up my mosquito net, great. All right, so we have a little digging tool trowel here. Now, I would prefer my cold steel Spetsnaz shovel because I could fight with it. But we didn't have any extra room on this, and this was just about the butt pack. So in Deuteronomy, it says, you will carry an implement and you will bury your waste and not be an offense before the Heavenly Father. So we carried this as a tool to bury our waste, because when you go doo-doo in the woods, you want to cover it up. You don't want to be a surface shitter, you dig? Let's be civilized, folks. We live in the West. All right, that is the butt pack. Well, I hope you enjoyed this latest series in our Alice Surplus Loadout Kit series. I do this stuff for fun and also for entertainment, but the reason I've been doing it a little bit more lately is because we just got out of July, and July's my birthday month. And I always get a little nostalgic for when I was a kid around my birthday, which happens to be around the 4th of July. We'd go to the surplus store and get surplus gear and go camping around my birthday, 4th of July. So that's why we got really heavy into this into July this year. And plus, it's just good to have equipment to stay ready. So with that, enjoy the hot weather.